This is Numa.
And this is Muna.
Welcome to
the AISD Morning Roar.
By the students.
For the students. Welcome back, Tigers, to the second last report before a well-deserved break.
Another shout out to all OMOON participants who took part in the last OMOON conference. So a huge clap for all of them. And the new participants for whom this was their first conference, I cannot wait to learn about how many more conferences we'll be going to. So yeah, a huge shout out to the AISD Immune team which attended the BayMoon 28th conference over the past weekend over the course of 4 days. In those 4 days, starting from Thursday till Sunday, they engaged in discourse that would help shape the fragmented world we live in today. Most of the participants from AISD were first-timers in a sense, so this was their first successful BayMoon conference, and therefore we are going to have one clap for all of them who attended.
New York Governor Andrew Cuomo is asked by many, including New York senators, to resign from office amid several sexual assault allegations, which he continues to deny. Miami Heat center's Meyers Leonard has been indefinitely suspended from the NBA and fined after he was seen to use anti-Semitic racial slurs on a live stream.
The Bangladeshi High Court has ruled that the Al Jazeera report made against the Bangladeshi government is to be removed from all online platforms and will be prevented from being re-uploaded in the future. The Chinese government has offered Bangladesh about 100,000 COVID-19 vaccines, which will be a very positive thing for Bangladesh as more people will be able to get the vaccines now.
Open Mic Night happened last Thursday. A big thank you to all of the talented performers for their excellent performances. The last class colors of the year also happened quite recently. Congratulations to the freshman Phantoms for their win.
In fourth place, we have 10th graders. In third place, we have the juniors with 730 points. And now, begin. Let's show spirit, show spirit. We're neck and neck. Oh! Around the room! Get up!
Seniors in their second year of the IB diploma program will be having their foreign language oral examinations coming up at the end of March. And in light of that, today we have Mr. Candela with us who has some important tips and some tricks to kind of remember as we all go over with our teachers to practice for our orals, just so we can get a good grade. Thank you so much, Mr. Candela, for taking the initiative to do this.
For the oral exam. So the first one, and this is I think specifically for ab initio, stay on the picture description long enough. Too often I have people just moving on to analysis after 10 seconds. Stay on your description. Your teachers will then move you on if you stay too long. The second one, and then the rest is for everybody. Practice your conversation devices in target language, right? Perdón, no entiendo, puede repetir. Pardon, j'ai pas compris, vous pourriez répéter. Make sure you communicate in the target language with your teacher during the exam. Use idiomatic expressions. This is very important. Learn a few and just place them when you can. It will just make you look much better. Then number 4 is pay attention to the verbs in the question. Okay, always think, what tense is this? What is the teacher trying to make me do here? Oh, it's the past tense. Oh, it's asking me what I was doing. Oh, it's a conditional. It's trying to make me say, what would I do? Always pay close attention to that, right? You reuse parts of the question to start your answer. Okay, what were your favorite holidays ever? Oh, my favorite holidays ever were, all the elements are already in the question. You reuse them to get started. Right? Then number 5, develop your answers as much as you can. Okay, if you give short answers, your teacher will give you more questions. Right? So short answers will not do it. Speak as much as you can. Develop. The more you speak, the less your teacher will ask you questions, the less chances you have to get stuck. Okay? And finally, number 6, refer to items of the target culture as much as you can. Okay? You're about daily routine. I wake up, I eat, I have dinner at 6 every night. Well, it's not like the Spanish. I know the Spanish eat much later, etc. Just every time you can, just through a fact that just refer to the culture. If you don't, your teacher will push you to do it. The problem is then you won't be in control. Okay, so overall I would say make sure you stay in control as much as possible by speaking yourself. The more you speak, the less your teacher will actually have to ask you stuff. Okay, so guys, good luck with everything. I'm sure your teacher will give you much more advice than that, but just, those are things that I've noticed over the years that can be a problem. Okay.
Hi everyone, we're going to be switching up the day in the life segment a little bit as it's made our lives harder and the teachers' lives harder. This way, it's a little bit more simple for everyone.
We will ask them questions based on a theme, giving you guys more content.
This week, our guest will be Miss Herrera, and she'll take us through some things of how she's been able to handle the pandemic.
What do you miss most about not having a regular school day?
It's just the opportunity to greet students every day and to have small exchanges. It doesn't have to be much, but just to say, hi, how's it going? That's what I really miss.
In what ways has the pandemic affected your typical days?
Right. Well, for my work, I really relied a lot on in-person contact, really getting to know students and build relationships. And I would do that through, of course, exchanges in the hallways, just informal conversation or straight up meetings, but also see you in different ways that I might, when I see you in a class or something. And so I have to rely on getting to know kids through the virtual space.
What is the most important thing in your day?
Yeah, I have to say, I think the most important thing is the ability to just recognize how fortunate I am and be able to show gratitude for what I have, and then maybe to help lift others who might not be feeling as positive as me.
What does your day look like, and what do you do to stay fit after school?
You have to understand, I live with Mr. Herrera, who's like an exercise machine. So compared to him, nothing. But my daily routine is, I like to drink a little coffee in the morning, play a little word with friends. I've got 3 children around the world, so keeping up with them. But in terms of staying fit, I have taken on yoga this school year.
What is some advice you would give to students during virtual learning?
Well, go to bed.
How are college applications different now that students have been in virtual learning?
Oh boy, I'll tell you what, guys, I did not see this coming. Well, there are kind of two things. And maybe a lot of it is for students applying to the US, but because of the pandemic and because so many people were unable to take the SAT or ACT, many universities have gone test optional, as I'm sure you know. So therefore, removing that requirement, students have just applied to many more schools. So the top schools in the States have seen their applications go up 30 to 40%. And so now the competition is just exploded because there are so many more applications to a fair number of universities. If you go below the, I guess what we'd call the top tier, things are more normal, you know. In fact, they might be seeing fewer applications, but for the most selective schools, they have just been bombarded with applications. But it isn't just the US. I believe the same seems to be true, though, in Canada and the UK as well.
Since like quarantine and virtual school has been really difficult for all of us, what is something that keeps you grounded?
Well, what keeps me grounded? I am a grounded person to begin with. You know, I'm very fortunate to be generally calm and positive, and but I think the yoga is helpful, and routine, coming to work, and of course, just doing work that I like and enjoying the people that I'm with.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Herrera, for giving us some insight on your day in the life and what you're doing during
If
the
you were a little annoyed by the sheer increase in the presence of mosquitoes around you this week, today Eric brings you certain tips and tricks that can help you avoid those itchy bites.
Hi everyone, my name is Eric. Welcome to Wellness, a segment where you can learn how to stay healthy both physically and mentally during virtual school and during our extended period at home. Mosquitoes can be detrimental to our wellness. Physically, the mosquito bites itch, and if you scratch them hard, it can increase the risk of infection. Also, some mosquitoes can even be deadly. Mentally, they're simply annoying. You don't understand how many times I woke up in the middle of the night because there were mosquitoes outside buzzing, outside my mosquito net, and sometimes inside my mosquito net. The only health benefit mosquitoes bring for me is exercise. I'm perfecting my tennis swing with the electric rackets. And since we want to avoid mosquitoes, I want to share with you some mosquito prevention tricks that I found on the internet. Number 1, wear light colored clothing because mosquitoes are attracted to darker colors. Number 2, stay cool. Mosquitoes are drawn to sweat and to people with higher body temperatures. Which brings me to number 3, turn on a fan. Mosquitoes can't fly very well through a breeze. Number 4, keep on using electric rackets. Research shows that mosquitoes can remember your attacks and will associate your body smell with an unpleasant experience. Lastly, I'll list off a few things mosquitoes are attracted to for your information. Mosquitoes are drawn to type O blood, fragrances, especially floral scents. They're attracted to people who drink alcohol and eat a lot of potassium and salt. They are drawn to CO2, carbon dioxide. Hopefully you learned something new today, and maybe you'll try incorporating some of these tips into your lifestyle for your wellness. And stay well. See you next time.
Given that spring break is on its way, and you might be wondering what new show to start on, well, today we have Rishita here with us, who will be sharing some of her thoughts on the new thrilling movie, the science fiction movie actually, titled I.O. Stay safe, everyone, and make sure you have your masks on, you social distance, and this is for the seniors who will be taking their foreign language oral examinations the coming week. Good luck. I hope we all pass. Yes. Good luck to everyone. Anyways,
Hey everyone, I'm Rashita, and today I'm reviewing I.O., which is a movie set in a post-apocalyptic Earth which has been confirmed as toxic. So most humanity has fled to one of Jupiter's moon called Io, and the daughter of Dr. Walden, Sam Walden, stays behind on Earth with her father as he believed that there was still hope. So they dedicate their time to find a way for humanity to survive. And After sending out a radio transmission in order to see if they can locate anyone else, a man named Micah arrives, and he believes there's no hope for life on Earth and decides to take the last shuttle to Io in 48 hours. So something I enjoyed about this movie was how it has a very unique setting, and some scenes have very mysterious settings, which make it very visually appealing, and the acting in the movie is also very convincing. And a lot of the science behind their work is also very interesting to see how they find answers. And something I did enjoy about the story is how it's very poorly written, and the audience doesn't know what time period they're in, how the Earth got to this point, and how long it's been since this happened. And the story is also very cliche, so it gets boring and it doesn't bring anything new. So overall, I wouldn't recommend watching this movie as it has a lot of holes in the plot, so it gets confusing.
Thank you so much for tuning in this week to the Weekly Roar. Make sure to tune in next time as well so you can catch up on all the community news and worldly affairs.